Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a match between ChamKyo and gasvulture here on Styler. This was sent to me by RJB, a provider of excellent fastest map ever replays. He says this is epic, but we will see. We will decide ourselves. On the right side of the map, we have the Blue Terran player. It is ChamKyo. ChamKyo Yuk, the full name there, but ChamKyo according to the replay name. And in the top left-hand corner, far away, it is the red Protoss player, gasvulture. We've seen gasvulture on the channel before. He is an excellent player. Really good at fastest map ever. It is just a wonderful thing to see people who are so good at this. Just great at macro, great at micro, great at just generating large armies on this map and other maps that are fastest map ever. Oh boy, we are in for a treat, you guys. If you like these, go ahead and hit that like button. Helps me get visibility, helps me get more views, and helps to have other people to have conversations with in the comments. And yes, I do read every single comment anybody has ever posted on my channel. I've been doing this since February 2015, you guys. I'm not so big that I can't read every single comment, alright? Alright, man, Command Center first here from ChamKyo, and then we have a Nexus first here from gasvulture. So a gentleman's agreement, unspoken or spoken, I'm not entirely sure, that you can go, well, maybe they're just gambling that nobody will scout them first, right? This is an 8-player map. So if you scout and see this and then react accordingly early enough, you can shut it down, but yeah, I think they're just gambling that the other player will not be able to scout them. What I'm gonna do here, maybe. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I have had some weird trouble balancing sound recently, which again, I know you people hate seeing, and I don't like talking about it all that much either, but gee howdy. Recently, it's just been a little bit more of a problem getting the sound balanced properly on my latest stream. Well, not the latest stream you saw, but the latest one that I did. The sound was way loud, and my microphone was way quiet, and I was like, what is this terribleness? I don't like this at all. So, I'm trying to find a good balance. Man, I remember going to movies and just reading the credits sometimes because there's like an after credit scene you want to see, right? Really excited to see. So you sit through the whole credits and you read it, and like sound balancers and mixers. I was always like, that's not a hard job. I could do that. But no, man, that's hard. That's really difficult stuff. And that's just my voice versus the game sound. There's not background noise. There's not like, you have to inject certain sounds and make them sound perfect and mix all sorts of different instruments, and no, it's just two things I'm trying to balance, and that's hard enough. So the people that can do that, like, hats off to them. Marines out here from ChamKyo is going to go ahead and try to kill this scouting probe. Scouting probe's going to try to get in. I don't think it is. Oh, hang on. The micro on display here already is pretty fantastic. Wants to regenerate some shields. Still hasn't gotten the scout off, mind you. 1, 2, and got it. Okay, so saw the second command center, but did not see the number of barracks. And that's important here. How much marine pressure do I need to account for at this moment? There's a single cannon, which maybe seems like enough. I'm also making a couple of dragoons. So yeah, at this point I feel like a cannon, maybe another one, plus some dragoons here. Although, was that aggressive? That might have been aggressive, but at the same time, a bunker would not be amiss here either. And going for, stim. This feels aggressive then. Okay. If he was going for range for his marines, that would be a defensive play. Throw up a bunker, defend against the dragoons, but whereas he's going for stim, this feels like a pretty darn solid opening of just a lot of marines stimming on past these cannons, if at all possible, or maybe just trying to burn them down. Again, stim gives you speed and power. You can kind of do a couple of different things with it. And stim marines are so good against dragoons. Look at these dudes. Look at these dudes. Man, I love the remastered skin for dragoons. It looks so good. You can see the little, like, the line where the top opens up and the stuff shoots out. It's really good stuff. All right, man, so we got stim, we got 3 medics, we got a ton of marines here. We're going to see, I think gasvulture should be able to hold this. Maybe, this feels like a really tenuous position for the Protoss. He has got 3 gateways up, which is awesome. Working on more pylons. So he's not over-teching right now. He is making sure he's got gateway units to defend against this, which is what he wants, because if he tries to tech up, he won't be able to get there in time. Cannons firing. Again, 1 cannon dying pretty easily for the exchange for 2 marines there. Another cannon down, but too many dragoons firing here. And the marines are forced to retreat. So yeah, additional dragoons showed up there, and that really turned the tide for gasvulture. And now he can chase. Oh, it's just so bad for these marines. He doesn't want to lose extra ones. But he's going to have to. He's going to have to. Look at him stimming to get home. Bunker's getting thrown up the front. Singularity charge is done. Oh, are you going to get barracks finished, man? I don't know about this. The Marine count is getting whittled down to the point where I'm not sure that it matters either. Bunkers do finish. Can he get out of range enough to where he can hit? Yep. Yep. Singularity charge is done here. And now let the firing commence on this bunker. A lot of SCVs pulled off the line to repair here, which is super annoying stuff. But on the other side of the map, just working on faster shuttle movement. Reavers are already on the way. Oh, did range finish? Range just finished. Very nice. Very nice, ChamKyo. So he recognized if I need to fall back, I'll need that range. So we got range after stim. And the timing worked out perfectly for him. Nice job. Nice job had by all on that one. All right, so siege mode on the way. That's going to go ahead and shut down this Protoss Dragoon harassment quite nicely. Bunkers with tank support are especially good. A Reaver and a shuttle here, man. Faster shuttle movement is on the way here too. Reaver drop in your near future here, ChamKyo Yuk. I just, we'll call him ChamKyo though. I don't know that the Yuk is part of his name normally, but I don't know. He's playing under an account that has that name specifically, so. Anyway, siege up, firing away. Dragoons are like, we don't really want to go in there. That is 3 full bunkers of Marines. You get too close, everybody just dies. Now, moving out, shuttle, speed on the way. It takes a while to finish. It will finish in time for him to go ahead and get some drops done. Meanwhile, he is throwing up additional robotics facilities, additional gateways here too. He's going for upgrades on his dudes. Give me what that there we go. Just armor, or just attack rather. Attack upgrade. My brain. Not sure what it was thinking there. Yeah, all that honest with you. All right, so we're going to try to get in before this turret finishes, and by golly, he's going to. But it does get scouted, and the Marines are here, and now maybe it's just time to go. You got speed, so just retreat. Nice timing on these missile turrets, by the way, from ChamKyo. Just absolutely stellar timing. And time to see that shuttle come in, alert the Marines that this is coming, and then chase it away. Nice job. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do here from gasvulture? It looks like a whole ton of gateway units. Which, man, problem is... Oh, the Reaver got taken down by the tank fire and the Marines. Dragoons, they took down the tank, but man, a lot of dead Dragoons down there. That did not go well for gasvulture at all. Did it? No, I'm going to argue it did not. Zealot production has begun. There are 7 on the way. Additional shuttles coming in here too. Storm in production. So generally, what you want to do here in a PvT is you want to go ahead and expand a whole ton, get a whole ton of units out, make a ton of Dragoons, and attack into tanks when they're not sieged up and try to keep that tank count low. The problem is, you're not going to have much opportunity to do that if you're the Protoss player here versus ChamKyo, because he can sit here inside his main, he has all the resources he could ever want, get a huge, scary Terran mech army maxed out, and then what are you going to do about it? I don't know. Here is a double tank drop. It's going to try to do something over here. There are cannons coming up to defend against this, though. Cannons warping in now would be nice. Zealots ready to rock, too. Yeah, this is not happening. Why? Wow, I don't even know why you would drop that. I guess one shot did get off over here. But good pull. The probes got pulled. I think only maybe one of them died over here, possibly. That was amazing. That was a fantastic, fantastic hold from gasvulture. Yeah, RJB, so far, I'm going to call this epic. I think you're absolutely right, my friend. This is good stuff. Wow. All right, man. Time for storm drops. Storm drops are on the way. How many of these have things? All right, so Zealots and High Templar. Mostly Zealots inside these shuttles. And this might be an angle of attack here. Man, just going right over the top, huh? Drops the Reavers, drops some Zealots. The High Templar is kind of sitting here like, hey, guys, how's it going? He's going to storm. All right, so as the Marines come in to try to help with this, going to storm to try to keep them away. Interesting play. Reaver firing. Front door absolutely shut down here. And gasvulture is getting what he wants. He's getting in here to get on top of the tanks, keep that tank count low. He can't let the Terran player sit back and macro up. That is disaster for the Protoss. Now, I don't know that he necessarily got any tanks, but there aren't that many to kill, so that's good news. Shuttle dead. Absolutely super dead there. Engineering bay goes down. That's going to slow down the upgrades for ChamKyo quite nicely. And yeah, all the Dragoons are going to go down. They're going to try to kill as many of these turrets, I guess, and Marines as they can. They're not going to go down easy, I can tell you that much. Okay, so it's 124 to 111 supply. Protoss player is up. His upgrades are still kicking. He's sitting at 1-1 in traditional numbers here. The Marines have +1 attack. The tanks have no upgrades yet. +1 infantry armor is on the way for ChamKyo. More and more Zealots just pumping out here. Zealots are going to be the core of the army. They're good or great against tanks. They're good against Marines. There are no vultures here, so Zealots are going to be a little bit extra good for our Protoss player. Interestingly enough, I'm surprised we don't have any vultures in this mix. It's not traditional mech at all. It is Marine tank, which traditionally not very good against Protoss. I'm not sure what ChamKyo is trying to do here. So far, I would say it is not working. All right, well, the bunkers are back. Are there, I mean, that's not enough Marines, man. These guys are 2 attack, 1 armor Zealots ready to rock your house. Now, the question is, oh, Reaver dropped down on the right side, too, trying to get some stuff done. The bunkers are going to get taken out. How many tanks are going to die is the question, though. Reaver firing in. Marines come in, and they do finish off the Reaver, but the front door is shut down. Once again here, Zealot's trying to get on top of these tanks, but too many tanks set up quite nicely. No surrounds possible. And again, ChamKyo is going to be able to hold here. Coming in with another drop. He wants to storm these tanks, I think, but that's going to be hard to do. Oh, he couldn't get... Oh, did get the storm off. Few SCVs died. Nothing too major there, though. I can't believe he got that High Templar down. I thought for sure he would get wrecked by the siege tank attack, unless he just timed it perfectly, which I'm so impressed by if he did. Stargate on the way. Arbiter Tribunal. Going to start seeing some Arbiters out of the Protoss player. I do love that we have Marines just kind of scattered across the map here in scouting positions to see exactly where any more drops are coming from, if they're going to come at all. EMP on the way from ChamKyo. And 191 to 115 supply. Gasvulture is way in the lead. Like, way in the lead here. It's got that +2, +1 going. Still no upgrades for the tanks. Just 1-1 for the Marines. ChamKyo doing maybe fastest map ever. TVP strategy is much different from another drop over on this side. Fastest, or regular TVP. More SCVs getting wrecked over here. Front door getting defended pretty darn well by, you know, the tanks. Tanks have some kills, I gotta say. 10 kills on this one. Oh, that's 0. Never mind. 0 kills on that one. Just really owning up to it. Is he trying to go again here? So many Marines. Unload. Storm does not get off this time. But yeah, some pretty decent hits here. This worker count, I'm not sure how healthy it is. I don't know. Seems fine. Man, another shuttle goes down. ChamKyo is doing a really good job defending drops the last couple seconds here. Has not traditionally done super well. I can't believe that Gasvulture is up 199 to 111 total supply right now, and he can't kill the Terran player. He's got Arbiters. He's working on Kadir and Amulet. Additional energy for those Templar, giving them a little bit of more starting energy too to roll with, which is a lot of fun. Boop, boop, boop. Empty shuttle in the back, which usually you want the empty shuttle in the front so it absorbs all the hits, you know? Yeah, I just, sure, decent storm over there. I'm just not super impressed with Gasvulture's attempts at getting stuff done right now. This is why you don't go bio versus Protoss. It's because Storm wrecks your bio so hard. You know how it wrecks Zerg units? Yeah, it's because Zerg units don't have much HP. Same thing for all the Marines and medics in the entire world that are here. Once again, another shuttle gets taken down. 10 more Zealots in production. A lot of this must just be probes. I mean, Gasvulture might just have too much income and too much economy to have much of an army, because this does not look like a maxed out army to me. It's got to just be a bajillion probes getting all of the gas and all of the minerals on Earth. Once again, Zealot's just going after this front door. There's a lot of tanks, though, and therefore I do not see this working very well for Gasvulture. Like, sure, the bunkers might go down, maybe, but that is so many tanks you're walking into. That poor Dragoon and the High Templar gets evaporated there on the ground as well. So yeah, frontal assaults are not going to work here. We're at the point where the Terran player has mass siege tank. And a lot of Marines, too, who are actually pretty good against carriers. So maybe he was just preparing for carriers to eventually come, which, by the way, they're not. Nothing in the production tab implies that is going to be the case. Nor are there arbiters. I heard you. I heard an arbiter cloak sound. Ah, up here. Okay, so they're not coming along on the attacks. Dragoons are going to try to take down this engineering bay. Again, other engineering bay on the top side going to get taken down here too. Is he done? He's got 1-1, so I guess that's enough for engineering bay. Reaper's dropping and Zealot's dropping to take out these missile turrets. All right, so just trying to open up a hole in the defense for further drops is what this is. This Reaper sitting back here just sending scarabs up that line. Bam, bam. Bunker on fire, but not dead yet. Good response here from ChamKyo. Meanwhile, these Marines are still here, man. There are still Marines watching for drops in a lot of places. Engineering Bay is going to fall here to these +2/+2 Dragoons. There are some Corsairs out. Did he get Disruption Web? Oh, man. If he got Disruption Web for this, there are people in chat that will be so happy. And by people on chat, I mean people in the comments, because I'm not casting this live. Which I forgot for a minute. Because usually I cast Fastest Map live, but not this one. This deserves its own special epic cast. Again, just, you know, little bits of damage here and there done by gasvulture. The scouting buildings for ChamKyo are being absolutely shut down. The hole in the defense is being exploited here. What is this? I don't know. That was not very well controlled by gasvulture. I don't know if the Corsairs were there intended to take the shots so the shuttle could get in here and get something done, but it turns out that is not what happened. Shuttle was lagging way too far behind. Once again, gasvulture maxed out, but guess what? ChamKyo is maxed out too. And I just have this feeling like his army supply is much bigger. Much bigger here. Still no attack upgrades for the siege tanks, nor are there any on the way. Okay, vehicle plating's on the way, yes, but no attack upgrades. I don't know why he wouldn't get attack upgrades. Ooh, siege tanks on the high ground. People, again, in chat, always say, put tanks on the high ground, man. And I'm always like, yeah, why don't they do that? And the answer is probably because you can get dropped up there. Bit of a whiff on that storm. Trying to remember, did gasvulture? No, gasvulture was definitely Terran, last one of these that I cast of his. So I'm wondering if Terran is his main. He's just off racing as Protoss right now. That kind of feels like that's what's going on, because the storms are not super crisp, right? The drops have been really hit and miss, and in ways that it's not necessarily ChamKyo defending super well. It's just the control is not necessarily there from gasvulture. Additional Stargates coming up, trying to hide those, but this Marine has been here waiting for this opportunity to scout and murder stuff for quite some time. So air weapons is on the way. I don't know if this is going to be carrier transition. It's not usually recommended to do so in fastest map, because Terran can just go for a lot of whatever they want, honestly. Valkyries are really good. Goliaths are really good, and tech switching into Goliath is easy as pie. Easy as 1, 2, 3 right now for ChamKyo. Alright, 3-3 is done with 1 shields for the Protoss. Arbiter's got +1 plating, and +1 attack is on the way. Another attack into the front door here. No attacks on the sides according to the minimap. Just trying to thin out this tank count. Good storm on the right side here. A lot of these tanks are injured. Oh, good storm on that Bile. Storming his own Zealots. A little bit there too. And again, clearing out the Terran army pretty effectively, but can't get enough push to actually seal the deal and get the kill for gasvulture here. Man, more Stargates coming up over here too. What is he doing with them? Charon boosters on the way. So I think, again, the extra Stargates were scouted by ChamKyo here. Marines attacking on into these High Templar, trying to snipe them off, forcing them into Archons anyway. Archons not all that good against Marines. I mean, they do bonus damage splash against Marines, but the Marines do really well against them on the other side, and they are ranged. They have way more range than Archons do. I mean, 39 damage splash is really good when you only have 40 HP as a Marine. So Corsair there, but not going nuts with Corsairs, right? Also, tanks pretty good against Archons. Not amazing, but again, tanks are good against anything on the ground at most levels. So yeah, Archon attacking on in. It's dead. Storming that tank. Almost enough to take it down. The High Templar. Ooh, there are vultures now, though. And these High Templar are kind of getting sniped off by the vultures. That's pretty good stuff. It is going to be vultures. It's going to be wraiths in production here from ChamKyo. Oh, drop in the front door while everybody was distracted. No! A bit of a delay there. And the SCVs are able to get out. He reacts in time to evacuate the SCVs before the storm hits. Only a couple of them die, if any. And again, ChamKyo able to hold on. Able to hold on. And it's not carriers, guys. It is still just ground units. It is still just gateway units. Here for gasvulture. So the wraiths are not going to be very good, I don't think. The vultures are going to be incredible. Like, to the point, I don't understand why ChamKyo has not been making vultures the entire game. But he's not dead, so I guess he hasn't done anything too wrong at this point. Eh? Once again, direct path is best path for drop attempts. And sure, a couple zealots get in, I suppose. How many shuttles have died in this game? Like 47 at this stage? Tanks on the high ground, make the dragoons have to get on out. Zealots just wandering about, getting wrecked by vultures. They do have upgrades now. 2-1 is done for the tanks and the vultures and the Goliaths. Gasvulture is not making Goliaths. He's like, until I need to, I will not make Goliaths, but I will have Charon boosters. I will have upgrades available. If there is a tech switch to carrier, I will be ready to go. Is it another drop attempt? It is. Again, shuttle down. A couple zealots end up on the ground. Maybe get a turret. Maybe. Yes, they do. They get a single turret. Zealots moving into the front here. This is turning into... I don't know, man. I feel like we've seen this show before a few times already. This episode is in reruns now, where gasvulture A moves a bunch of gateway units into the front door here of ChamKyo gets destroyed by tanks. Sure, tanks have died. He's killing its own spider mines. He doesn't want those to get dragged into his tanks. Says, I can handle it. I can handle it without. There's your carriers. All right. So 4 carriers at a time in production here, working on additional air weapons. Let's see, what do they have? I can't tell. Man, the wraith count, though, is pretty good. Look at wraiths handling these. Oh, or trying anyway. Boy, they're so good against flying stuff. That's why they're existing. Is to kill flying things like shuttles, unlike carriers and battle cruisers and guardians and things. Alright, so I need an arbiter. We have an arbiter, guys? I want to see the attack upgrades, what they are. I guess a carrier is going to pop out eventually. But man, carriers... takes forever, man. Takes forever for those guys to pop out of their little Stargate homes. Wraiths killing the zealots on this high ground on the bottom side-ish. What is attacking? Is he killing his own? He's killing his own probes to free up supply. I was like, I hear an attack. I just don't see it. I don't see where it is, you know? All right, carriers out, but they're building stuff, so I can't tell what upgrades they have. I wish I could tell, but I can't. All right, so cannons are coming up just to slow this push. EMP on the High Templar. Both High Templar take it right to the face. I guess maybe there's just one more in the group who did not get EMP'd. And as such, he has enough for a couple storms, which is awesome. Dragoon's stuck in here. Is that probe stuck? It looks like the probe might be stuck in there too. Look at this guy. Like, well, oh boy, it's a good chance I'll never see any battle at all, he says. If we win this thing on offense, but we might also totally die. Carrier capacity is here. There are actually, I don't see any Goliaths in production here from ChamKyo. But let's keep in mind, he can make them easily enough once these carriers reveal themselves. He can easily start making about 15 Goliaths at a time, assuming he has the supply available for it. Yeah, this is just gasvulture trying to keep his ground stuff alive, but if it dies, it's fine. It means more carriers for him. Yeah, 6 Goliaths at a time in production now. He sees it. And all these tanks are basically forfeit at this stage. There is no saving them at all. You might as well go, dude. There are 10 Goliaths in production. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to be for you. Go for it. Wipe these tanks out. You don't want this to be a tank vulture or a tank Goliath thing. You just want this to be a Goliath thing if you can handle it. Science vessel down to get an EMP. It did not get an EMP on these carriers. So, yeah. Interceptor count not all that high. Again, these are kind of baby brand new carriers. The Wraiths actually protecting their tank brethren. I forgot the Wraith squad was here. Waiting launch orders. And yeah, he's trying to fight over the cannons so the Wraiths can't just dart in here and murder him to death. Yeah, cannon shots pretty bad. I mean, anything that can hit Wraiths are really good against Wraiths. There's a carrier down. Goliaths have joined the mix. The insanity of the blue poopy stuff is here. Cannons exploding. Wraiths trying to focus down that Corsair for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. But Wraiths, man, focusing down a carrier. It's pretty scary stuff. That dude is down to all of 71 HP. But the anti-air here, not that great for ChamKyo, as it turns out. Is this slow? No, it's not. That's normal. Okay. Don't want to do that again. You guys hit the confusion. All right, so it is Disruption Web coming in from gasvulture. All right. That's cool, but 11 Goliaths at a time in production. They do have 3 attack and 2 armor, but not enough anti-air. So pulling back to the safety of like a billion more, 21 Goliaths at a time are being produced. Gasvulture is trying to get rid of this little missile turret line down the right side, maybe so future drops are going to be effective. I don't know. He's going after the armory, so additional upgrades maybe aren't going to be as available. Well, it's on fire anyway. Carrier does go down here. This feels like suicide to me. He's just like, the carriers, they're doing all right, I guess. But we're just going to go ahead and walk them right through the Terran base and lose almost every single one. How does that sound to you? Meanwhile, ooh, the Zealot tech switch here. These are Goliaths. Goliaths are not very good versus Zealots with the upgrade levels we've seen on these dudes. There is a Dark Archon. I don't know what it's for exactly, but 3-2-3 DTs and Zealots are going to be here soon. Let's see if he he's focusing down the Goliaths first is what he's doing. Where are all the Zealots? I saw them in the production tab. I don't know where they are. The carrier's alive. The 3 remaining carriers are here. They don't even have all of their interceptors, you guys. Yeah, Zealots trying to take down the Goliaths, sacrificing their own lives to do so. That is a wartime maneuver, man. All right, man. Disruption Web. Are we going to see Disruption Web on these Goliaths? Maybe. That'd be interesting. I mean, the Disruption Web is static, and Goliaths are very mobile. They're pretty fast. Little mech warrior units here. Zealots coming in here again. 7 Zealots at a time in production. This is a fantastic match. Really, really enjoying this stuff. Zealots coming in from the top side. Corsair taking down Storm on the tanks to weaken them up for future attacks here. Disruption Web does go down. What on earth is this anymore? Trying to storm those dudes if at all possible. The carriers are fighting. Both players are maxed out at this stage. The Goliaths are trying to take down these carriers. Body by body by body. 6 kills on that dude. They do have +2 attack, 2 shields, and 3 armor. Corsair energy is coming in here too, so he really wants to invest into this whole Disruption Web thing. This is a lot from ChamKyo here. Again, maxed out versus maxed out, so it's not like anybody has a major advantage here in army supply, especially since gasvulture offed a lot of his own probes here. But yeah, using the high ground to his advantage, so the Goliaths can't quite see the bodies of some of these carriers. Science Vessel is providing some help here, though. Ooh, do they get EMP'd? Ooh, some of these carriers might have just gotten EMP'd. A lot of them are very low on shields. All of them, I think, are very low on shields, actually. Disruption Web being tossed down. I mean, if you're going to Disruption Web, I'd blanket the area around here, but maybe he doesn't have enough. Zealots desperately coming in to try to take down these tanks. Not working out super well for them, and the push continues from ChamKyo. He's continuing to produce 14 Goliaths at a time. gasvulture making additional carriers and additional Zealots. But ChamKyo is up, man. He is up about 20 supply. Another carrier goes down. We'll make it 30 supply at this point. DT attack does make it in here on the right side. Once again, I don't know how many SCVs they killed. It still seems like a really healthy concentration of workers here from ChamKyo. So good effort. But again, I don't think it was enough. This might just be a Terran victory. And then the fastest map ever, which is insane. I love sneaking the DT in here so that maybe ChamKyo won't notice until it's too late that a DT is in the mix. Trying to kill everything by himself, which, never mind. He's done. He wandered just in range of that science vessel, it would seem. Tanks are still at 3-2. 3 armor is on the way. Yeah, I just don't know that Zealots are the answer right now. There's a lot of tanks here, man. And the Goliaths are enough? Well, maybe not in this case. No, it's like a 2-to-1 ratio for Zealot versus Goliath. He's just counterattacking. He's like, you know what? Fine, have all of my Stargates. I don't need Stargate units anyway. You're a jerk. Mind control in the way. From Gasvulture. No way does he get a mind... No way does he get a mind control. I mean, I know RJB said this was epic, but did he... was he right about it was that epic? Man, these High Templar, if they don't turn around and storm right there, I guess theirs pretty good too. And theirs pretty good too. Goliath's coming out, but this army from the flank attack is pretty scary stuff. Another carrier goes down, leaving some Goliaths back here to kill some buildings, which are not that great at doing. In case you're wondering, did he just... Wow, that High Templar just walked in here and took down a bunch of SCVs. He walked in the front door, and everybody else was concerned about other things. He was able to make that thing happen. Gasvulture up 199 to 191 supply. These Goliaths actually leave these powered. I'm not actually a huge fan of here. I cannot believe the carrier control we've seen from Gasvulture has been pretty good. He's lost a ton of carriers. Again, that one time he just flew through the entire base of ChamKyo was not that good. Not that awesome, but man, Zealot upon Zealot upon Zealot here. Shield upgrades are not in the picture here for Gasvulture. Once again, kiting back pretty well. The carriers from the high position, where again it's hard for the Goliaths to hit them directly in the body. They have to attack interceptors, which they're not as good at either. Corsair comes cruising in and is going to take a bunch of shots from Goliaths, and maybe... Nope, never mind, dead. That was a really weird attack path. I'm not sure what you're trying to do there, my friend. This game is bonkers. I hereby declare it bonkers. Shuttles cruising in, going for more drop action. I don't think any of them unloaded a single thing, which is problematic. But hey, it's going to be quantity over quality right now, I think, from Gasvulture. Yeah, I mean, these Zealots are dying without really getting many shots off at all, if we're being honest with ourselves. Shuttles flying directly over this engagement to drop Zealots and drop Storm on these tanks. A couple tanks go down. Was that a fair trade? I don't know. ChamKyo is down to 171 total supply. But man, these carriers are taking some body blows here. One goes down, another one very close to dying, and it does get sniped too. This one only has 5 kills and 91 hit points. Trying to stay over to this high ground again. A lot of production up here from Gasvulture, which does mean he can spend his bank a little bit more efficiently. Right, look at this production tab compared to the one over there. I'm not sure if that Dark Templar is going to do anything. I don't even know how you could possibly pull that off at a fastest map ever. To get an SCV and get it all the way out. Seems really difficult. Trying to morph in some Archons right on the battlefield. But yeah, I mean, it's just... Zealots are being constantly produced here, about 15 at a time. And sure, they're dying, but Gasvulture has the bank for it. He's at 21,000 minerals. 21,000 minerals is so many Zealots, you guys. The math, is it 2,100 Zealots? I think it is. Look at me doing math. It's probably wrong math, but I feel pretty confident about it anyway. I mean, it's basic multiplication division. Basic division is what it is. But yeah, ChamKyo still producing stuff. Pushing on up. He has these... Oh my gosh, this Goliath has 3 kills. And 3 of those kills are Stargates. Drop! Unloading. Storming, I guess, a refinery. That's cool, I suppose. Not super good. Alright, so 15 zealots at a time is really good unless they trickle out of these gateways a couple seconds staggered. In which case they are going to get killed by these Goliaths real fast. See that one? And the tank fire especially. Yeah, these zealots are not getting shots off before they die, which, I mean... Again, the macro is good. You can make 2,100 zealots, but if they die before getting a single hit off, they are a waste of minerals, and you might as well not have even made them, I suppose. I guess it does slow down the death of all of your gateways here on some level. ChamKyo, I think, was spamming some bad manner, if I had to guess what that was. Vulture has been saving up some units down here to the south. And, okay, he's going for the sandwich. Going for a sandwich. Another drop attempt over here. Alright, that's a pretty good stormage. Woo! That was some pretty decent stormage on that drop. He needed it. He needed a really good drop at this point. But suddenly, gasvulture's up 200 to 146 supply. ChamKyo is just trickling Terran units in the front door here. And I mean, there's not a lot defending from gasvulture either, mind you. Tanks are staggered along the outside here to try to make sure that counterattacking is not going to be as easy. And yeah, all these gateways die, but gasvulture still able to produce 7 zealots at a time. Look at all these gateways he has. He's fine. He didn't need those. I mean, it was nice, but it's not like he doesn't have any production left at all after that. Storming the Goliaths. Hey man, it works out. One storm's not enough to kill a Goliath, but it takes it down to in the red, I believe. High Templar, no. And look, the vultures are back. Nice tech switching. What is this? Argus Talisman, plus 50 Dark Archon Energy. He really wants to try something here. The drops from gasvulture! Again, dropping on top of this army when there are vultures with your zealots is not all that good. That's a lot of zealot dying sound right there. ChamKyo is now up 198 to 174 supply. This game is back and forth. Back and forth like the teeter-totter you used to play on when you were in kindergarten. Seesaw? Seesaw and teeter-totter. Feels like a regional dialect difference, doesn't it? Let me know in the comments if you said seesaw or if you said teeter-totter, because I feel familiar with both. Spent some time in Massachusetts as a kid. Most of my childhood was in Utah, though. So I don't know. Maybe that might experience. Anyway. ChamKyo's trying to get through this little area for what feels like 10 minutes. Hey, drop attempt. The Wraiths have something to say about this. Wow, that was a handling of a drop attempt there. Reaver needs to start getting some shots off now. Decent hit. I mean, I don't know if I can even call it at this stage, but it sure looks like ChamKyo is sitting up here at the front door of the production. These Wraiths are doing some serious business, sniping down Reavers. Holy crap, guys. Making it happen with their +3 attack. Yes. He's seriously... Wow. He got +3 for his air. Is that it? Is that GG? ChamKyo handled that drop like a boss. Is up in the final production facilities, the final boss area for gasvulture. He had to take out 2 other centers of production first. And now he's in the final boss stage. He's got tanks set up, directly firing on gateways, reducing gasvulture's ability to produce more units every hit, it seems like here. ChamKyo is spamming while doing this stuff. It feels like get out, maybe? I don't speak Korean, but it feels like a get out style. 188 to 137 overall supply. Robotics facilities getting sniped down. There are still 20 zealots at a time in production right now. 20. Science Festival gets sniped down by a cannon shot there. Some stasis doing some good things, but again, tanks sieging directly inside your production lines is a bad place to be. Dark Templar comes in, tries to make something happen. The Science Vessel did get killed, but there's your scan. And your Dark Templar is destroyed. Zealot's hanging back. Zealot's trying to go for one more push. This has been such a slow and steady, methodical push here from ChamKyo. Again, he had to take out the Stargates at the 3 o'clock position. He had to take down a million gateways at the 12 o'clock position. That's your good game from gasvulture. He's asking for a rematch? I don't know. Somebody will translate for me in the comments. I usually have somebody who could do that for me. I appreciate it, by the way, if you would. But yeah, I think gasvulture's done. He's making 11 zealots at a time. He's trying to bring these gateway units in here, but too many tanks, too many Goliaths. The Dark Templar are doing some stuff. There's your good game from gasvulture. I'm not sure what ChamKyo said in return, but bam, good game. 40 minutes and 29 seconds. ChamKyo gets our win. Absolutely fantastic. Fastest map ever. RJB, I love you forever, and I owe you one, man. Can I, like, I don't know, what can I do for you? Can I promote your Twitch channel, or you have an Instagram or something? I don't know. Are you on Twitter? Follow this guy on Twitter. He's awesome. He's in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord server and tell him particular personal thanks for all this, that'd be cool too. Link in the description. All right. Well, ChamKyo. Woo! What an insane victory here from ChamKyo today. He had to endure many attacks on his base and his infantry. He got dropped about 37 times. Some were more successful than others. Some were really not successful, and some were fantastic, but it never took down ChamKyo's ability to compete. And the tech switching was really good too. Opens with Marines into tanks, into Vultures for a bit, then into some Wraiths, then tech switches directly into Goliaths when the carriers are a thing, and then back into a lot of tanks once the carriers are dead. Still some Goliaths smattered in, some Vultures as necessary. The Wraiths, again, the +3 attack on the Wraith. There was nothing else that he was making that would use that upgrade, so the fact that he spent the time to get 3 attack for his Wraith squad is awesome. It is super great. So good job there by ChamKyo. Production never wavered. The tech switching on and off was amazing. gasvulture was really good too, but again, it feels like he's more comfortable with Terran if I had to guess. There was a couple times the drops were sloppy. A couple times the storms weren't necessarily on point, but he had the right idea. You needed to keep that tank count down. You needed to crash against the Terran player over and over again. Try to kill him, because once this happens, you're pretty much toast as Protoss, and I think gasvulture knew that. So good game. Great game by both players, but ChamKyo is your winner. Let's go ahead and check out that final score. Boy, 40 minutes and 29 seconds. Woo! Overall score, 720,000 points for ChamKyo, 692,000 for gasvulture. gasvulture produced 1,289 units, which is a very Zerg number. Let's keep in mind that he's Protoss. He lost 1,078 of them today. Structures raised. This is actually a pretty good number. 166 raised by the Terran player, 38 raised by the Protoss. Again, that's a lot of production facilities over the course of the last 10 or 15 minutes of that match. And then gasvulture had more resources by far in minerals mined and spent. Look at that. 210,000 resources spent for gasvulture and 150,000 spent for ChamKyo. But his tanks, 10 or 15 kills each. That's all you got to do, man. The cost efficiency. Cost efficiency is how this works. So nice job, ChamKyo. Wouldn't mind seeing more of you on the channel if RJB can find additional stuff. But for now, that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered, fastest map ever casting. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. all/Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.